Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with the Economy Star. Now, in the show notes below, you're going to find 2 PDFs. So, you know, download them if you want to make this cute star. It's going to be a lot of fun sewing. This is a foundation paper piece pattern. Now, but first, before we start any sewing, we have to do our shout out. Our shout out today is Sewandquilt, and their website is sewandquilt.ca. Now, they're a Canadian company out of Ottawa, Ontario, one of the provinces in our country. It's not Ottawa. I can't remember which city they're in, and I couldn't find a first name, but they just started a sew along. So if you're interested in joining another sew along, go check them out. The day we're filming this, it is March 11th, so they could be a little ways ahead on their sew along, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful quilt and great colors. So if you're interested, go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Now, the other thing you're going to find in our show notes is our Zoom sew dates. We do once a month. We have so much fun with those sew dates. They start from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the dates are listed out below. Now, the other thing is our Facebook group, right? It's growing rapidly. We have lots of community chats, fabric swaps, and a virtual sewing room that's open 24/7. We ask questions, we show quilts. It's so much fun, a very warm, welcoming community. So if you're part of the Facebook community, come join us. You're going to have a great time in that group. The last thing I want to talk to you about, or not the last thing, is the second last thing, is I do speaking engagements for free for quilting groups and guilds. Now, I don't have a 300-pound trunk show to drag around with me, so I do these presentations over Zoom, and I have lots of pictures to show, and because I've given away all my quilts to friends, families, and now charities. That's pretty much what I do now, is sew for charity. So that's been a lot of fun and very rewarding, and I've had a lovely time meeting other people, other quilters from other parts of the country. It has been an amazing journey for me. Now, lastly, the word is out. I'm part of a collaboration with Michelle from Bits and Pieces, Future Cat from New Zealand, and Kelly's Quilts and Cruises from BC, Canada. And we are just having a ball. We've got the original blocks already printed out, and I'm working on those, and those blocks are cute. Oh my goodness, they're cute. Now, the theme is community, and we're doing it around robin style, but because Michelle is in Australia, Future Cat's in New Zealand, Kelly's in BC, and I'm currently sitting in the US, mailing our blocks to each other would cost us a fortune. So what we're doing is we're basically posting the patterns for everybody, so we avoid all that mailing costs. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's no specialty tools that are needed to be purchased. There's going to be teaching moments. We're going to have a lot of fun. Some of the rounds are now being posted, and wow, some of them are beautiful. So if you're interested in this, it starts late spring, early summer. When we get everything finalized and ready to go, we'll let you know. I'm so thrilled to be working with these 3. It is so neat to be working with other creative people. So if you're interested in all that, you know, you got to go around and subscribe to those people as well. So come on in, let's get to the sewing. Okay, we're at the sewing table, and here's your 2 PDFs. Right? Oops, here's 2 PDFs. You print 4 of the one page and just 1 of the other page, and that's because that's your center, and these are your outer corners. So now I've already scored these with my stitch ripper. I don't know if you can see, or not stitch ripper, with my tracing wheel. So I've got like good little dents in there so I can feel where the lines are going to go, to help me line up my fabric. So what I did is the first center one is a fussy cut large scale print, right? So I decided, okay, we're going to fussy cut large scale print, and we're just going to lay it down. I decided I was just going to put this here, just like so, nice and neat, and put this down on top of it so that we have this. Okay. Here, oops, and I shuffled it right away, of course. Of course I did. Let's just line that back up, and now we're going to put a pin in there so I don't shuffle it next time. Just like one that lies flat. Okay. So we're going to put this in again, try this again. This has been a morning. Oh my goodness. we've had lots of problems with the sound, and I'm hoping that we're not listening to a bunch of crackling other than, you know, like the normal crackle of a sewing machine and whatnot. Okay, get this out of the stitch tracing wheel out of the way. Okay. And I hold it. So I hold it at the beginning and hold it at the end just so it creates a bit of a knot. Now, the next one I'm going to take, now remember, some of these pieces are way oversized. Don't worry about oversized pieces because this is something people would throw out, right? I normally would get tossed out, right, in a sewing room, and it's like, oh, there's so much fabric there. You could use that and make something absolutely wonderful. So let's start just by putting it like so. And I'm just going to eyeball the 1/4 inch. Yes, we did. And I'm just going to eyeball this 1/4 inch. And because my hands are slipping today, we're going to do it this way. So now I hop this. This is the corner piece, this. And I'm going to sew between 3 and 2 because I lined it up wrong. But that's okay. This is a symmetrical block, or asymmetrical. Doesn't matter if you put 2 down first or 3. It's going to look fine. Now, this is, however, it's got a few more pieces. There. So let's get the other side of that. And then we just push this up out of the way. There we go. Up out of the way. And then we go to 3. We'll take the next shortest piece, which is here. And we line it up. We push it under. There we go. Okay. Push it under, make sure it's all lined up. Yes, it is. No, it's still lined up. Yep. Okay. Now hold on to it once you're in 1/4 inch past, and that kind of creates a little bit of a knot, and that helps hold your piece in place. Okay, so now I'm just finger pressing this. You get into a rhythm of sew, press, cut, or sew press, cut, right? I mean, that's, so this should have been 3, but I did it backwards. That's okay, because it doesn't matter if you do it one way or the other. And here we go. There, nice little piece. And this piece is not big enough, but to go back. So, but it is going back to the pet bed stuff. I'm just gonna see. I got one piece already. This, like I say, it goes so fast. It goes so fast. When you get it all, when you kind of pre-cut your stuff. Now, all of this stuff is cut a little larger than needed, but that's okay because all this came out of my crumb bin, all of it, except for the peacock face. That's it. You know, everything else came out of the scraps and the, you know, just so nice that all of that can happen very quickly. And I'm just going to finger press that out of the way. Get another red piece. Now I want to move that out of the way. There we go. And I just want to line this up so it's just a little bit past where it needs to be, because that'll help keep me in line. There we go. There we go. Okay, now, believe it or not, this piece is done. And when I get something done like this, I put it to the side because I should give it a real good press, but we'll get there. Okay, so this stuff. Okay, so one I've got marked here where the red goes, where the yellow goes, so it's all, you know, it's easier for me to find, you know, what goes where. Oh wow. Okay, so I just want to go 1/4 inch higher and put my white or low volume down. Now, they're both oversized, that's fine. We can center them. When I drew this block out, I thought, ooh, this would be so perfect as a paper piece pattern, because you could fussy cut and you could do all sorts of fun things with it. Now we'll get the other side, and I'm just going to cut this off just because it's in my way, and I'm going to trim up this side. Now you just flip it back and just, you know, just kind of smush it into place. I'm going to go a little bit past where I need to go to be on this side, right, to line it up. Okay. If you're organized, foundation paper piecing goes quickly. If you're not organized, it's can be very difficult, and this is where you start making mistakes. So I always try to be organized when I'm doing them. So 1 and 2 are done on this piece. So I flip this over. Now I go to 3 on here, and I just pull that back out of the way, press down, measure a good 1/4 inch. That's on a bias. So now when I'm putting 3 down, this is such a good idea to lay it out the way it should go and then flip it over so you can sew it. And you want to be a little bit generous because these pieces are big. These pieces are quite big, and you don't have to skimp. You know, they're not tight pieces. Come on. There. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we've got that round. Kind of acts like a picture frame for the fussy cut center. There, right? Like just like that. Now you're going to go 6, 7, 8, 9. So we want to go here first. And what we're going to do is we're going to trim a little bit here. Now I have a bunch of scrappy greens that I found that I thought would look cute around the red, but not Christmassy. So but I did get a Christmas print, and I thought I'm going to use the Christmas print and just move it out. Just get her done. Get it done, get it moved out. Yes, it's oversized. I don't have a use for any Christmas fabric right now, so I'm going to move it out and get it done. And one piece of Christmas fabric in a quilt, you won't see. Like, you won't see the, you know, it'll just be green unless you actually go looking for Christmas prints. But that one's really green, and it does have some wonderful, cute little Christmas motifs. Okay, so now we're doing 4. And we're going to pull back and pull back. That just works so nice. So nice. There. And again, you want to make sure it's past that mark where you have to sew. A little bit more generous, right? So you've got good coverage. Okay. There we go. Someone asked if I ever do seasonal items. I'm kind of on the fence on the seasonal items. I mean, everybody loves seasonal items, I believe, but I just haven't, like, I didn't get there. I haven't gotten there. I should probably do some seasonal items. I don't do a lot of seasonal items sewing, so it's I do have the Easter prints, and I do have Christmas prints and Thanksgiving prints, but, or, you know, things that I could use for Thanksgiving. Just gonna flip that off, get that big hunk out of the way. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see seasonal stuff coming up, right? Because I mean, it's kind of, you know, if you want it, we can certainly do some, you know. There. And okay, so now we're at the yellow triangles on the outer border. So 5 is here. I'm going to do that one first. Just fold it all over. Get my piece. There. Nice. Okay. Now I think I cut the yellows a little on the shy side, but that's okay. I'm going to have lots left over on this. Okay, so now I'm just turn it over and run it from corner to corner, and you should be good. Okay. You guys can see this coming together, eh? So it's kind of a fun quilt, or fun quilt top. Okay, 8. Let's do 8 first. Okay. Now we're bending this out of the way. And we want to keep the paper together in one place, right? Because you're pulling on either side of the frame as you're doing this, right? So you want to just keep there, you just want to keep it together. So yeah, okay, there we go. So, all right, and we'll line that up, 1/4 inch. There we go. There, nice. Oh, nice. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There. And you just press this out of the way, finger press it out of the way. You see where this is coming now, you know, where the edge pieces are coming. So, there we go. Now the last piece goes on here. Okay. Oof. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. There's the last piece. Now you're going to do 4 of both this piece and this piece, right? But I'm just showing you how fast they come together. I mean, it's just like, wow. Now, if you need help lining up, that point of that yellow triangle lines up with this line here, right there. So that might help you. Just like this triangle point lines up with this line, you know. So if you're having problems placing your pieces with FPP, you know, kind of look at it. Okay, where's my registration line? What am I lining this up to? You know. Okay. Oh no! And I ran out of bobbin. Arr. Oh well, let's try this again. I knew that was going to happen, and I wound bobbins, so that's okay. That's okay. We have to run out of bobbins every once in a while. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to sell thread. Okay, let's get this. Okay. There we go. And we'll just sew this over again. And now we got thread in the bobbin. It works so much better. Oh my goodness. Okay. Last one to trim. Okay. Last little piece to add on, I mean. And we trim after everything's been put in. Okay. Ah, come on. There. Now, usually paper is not this difficult to pull off, so it's, you know, I know there's people that prefer doing that freezer paper method. I will show you guys how to do it. I am not a fan. I guess I grew up doing it this way, and even though the freezer paper method is really good method if you don't have like a printer, but I mean, or like you have to trace it on to something first, and then because you can use a freezer paper method, you can use it a few times, but I just find it awkward, and I'm always grabbing it at the wrong time. Okay, now before we trim, we're going to take our pieces, we're going to flatten them out the best we can with our finger pressing. Yes, we finger press everything. And we're just going to run our stay stitching around in the seam allowance. Okay. So, because this stay stitching is so important, because none of the edges on this block, for instance, the one I'm stay stitching right this very minute, none of them are going to be straight of grain on the outside edge. So to avoid distortion and all that other stuff that goes on with this, you want to do your stay stitching. Here we go. Just do the next block. And the next block. And you pivot with the needle down. And there we go. Now I'm going to finger press this out as best I can. Normally I would just take this to the iron. If I was doing a show quilt or doing a quilt for good, I would take this and, I would take it and press it so it stays nice. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got all 3 blocks. Now we're going to just quickly trim these. Now I trim these where I line up my 1/4 inch right on the line, this inner line, not the outer line. The outer line is basically a seam allowance, and if you have to trim off that seam allowance because your printer has not printed it the right size, that's fine, because then it's all, at least it's all the same size then, right? Okay. And they don't take long to do. They don't take long. But take your time lining that up with your 1/4 inch line, the inside line. And sometimes too, I'm drawing this with a ruler, and sometimes that seam allowance is a little chubby for the fat 1/4. So, for it. So I'm just gonna do the rest here real quick, unless I need to cut. And I'm gonna ask, do I need to cut? Okay, so then once we get all this trimmed, you know what? I will cut right here because you've seen how to do this. And then I'll come back to show you how to assemble the rest of the block. Okay, so here's your first glimpse of all of this put together. Now, this is based on a sawtooth, right? A sawtooth star, but we've amended the flying geese unit. We've amended the side units, right? By making them pointed. We've also amended the economy block. All of these things are things that you can do, right? With these blocks, you know, and they're beautiful blocks. I mean, you can play around with it. So now we're just going to change feet because what's one of my videos without having to change feet? I should have changed it while we were cut. But yeah, you could play around with it too as to which direction you wanted the star shape. You know, like you could go where, you know, this part is out like that. You know, like where it kind of points in. You know, like the little strikes. I'm not sure if I like that as much, but I thought this was kind of cute. This was one of these blocks that we have fun with. So now I got my 1/4 foot on, and we're just going to web it together. Now all of these pieces have been stay stitched together, so there's no stretch. There's no stretch on the outside, and I'm just going to follow that line, not the edge of my 1/4 inch foot. Right, that's important. You guys understand, you follow the lines on your foundation paper piecing. I'm just going to move that out of the way, just here. Okay. There. And the last row. This comes together very, very quick. Very, very quick. Okay. I should have a leader ender here beside me, but today I do not. I've got so many projects going right now. I don't even know where to start because it's one of those days where you come in, you go, wow, I've got lots to do today. Look at all the pretty fabric I'm going to be working with. I'm so excited, and I'm going, okay, where do I start? I have no idea. Yeah. So there we go. There we go, nice. And you want to put the yellow towards the green, just to brighten it up just a hair. And you want to put this towards the yellow. Okay. Nice and straight, yes. Okay, now we sew it the other way. Okay. Now, I'm going to press this way. Out. I'm going to press this out. Because for some reason, it's going to go out better than in. Okay, this goes out, this goes in to the center, right? This is also going to go in. If one side goes out, the other side has to go in. That way you can nest your block, right? So let's get this. All right. Now you could pull once you stay stitched your pieces, you could have, you know, taken the paper off. And it's up to you. I don't mind sitting and trying to pull all this stuff off at night when we're watching, you know, a show at night. You know. Okay, here we go. Ugh. There. And now this. Mess that up. And the outside. Yeah. Okay. Now, there's 2 points. There's 1 point here and there's 1 point here. Now, I'm going to look to see how badly I missed this point because that point got shoved out of the way. And it's not bad. I'm going to leave that one. I'm calling it. I'm leaving it. Okay, I'm just going to bend this out of the way. This is not bad. That's not bad for a miss. Okay, now we're going to line this up again. Okay, and do the other side. Okay, now I'm going to try and get both points. You can match this with a needle or a pin too. But I'm giving you the idea. Okay. There we go. Now, oops, here we go. Okay, so yeah, I didn't miss the point there either. So, oops, can you see that point? Where I didn't miss that point. Now, they're not bad. Now, I'm just going to press this so it lies flat. And once we get this all nice and flat, we'll do our big ta-da moment. So here's the Fussy Economy Star, all pressed up and ready to show you. Now, remember I talked to you about using a Christmas print. I used a Christmas print and it's so subtle, I actually probably have to point it out to you. And the only reason I'm pointing out to you is you can see a Christmas bulb right there. In a large quilt, you would never see it unless you actually go looking for it. So, I mean, you can put different Christmas, things in, or little bits and bobs of scraps. Now, I did put different greens in here, but you could also do different yellows or whatever. I decided to keep the reds all to the same to unify the block. Plus, I had a lot of red to use up. But you notice I changed my low volume from this block to this block is because I ran out of this fabric. Now, this fabric was really cool, and it kind of pulled the blues and the greens and the yellows and the reds together, which I thought was kind of cool, but there's only so much of it I got donated, so I'm working with what I've got. So I was very happy that I was able to make these units, all 4 of those units, with that fabric. So I do hope you give this one a try. It's a little fiddly, but it's a lot of fun, and you do get to do some fun fussy cutting. Now, in the show notes below, if you want us to show you how to do fussy cutting, or intentional cutting, I guess is what it's called now, let us know in the show notes below in your comments, and just say, hey, we'd love a how-to on how to do some fussy cutting. So until we meet again, you guys take care and have a great week. Okay, bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for watching our video and being so supportive of our channel. This has been just such an amazing journey we're on here on YouTube, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So our thanks, truly our thanks for you. If there's anything you need, don't be afraid to contact me either through the Facebook book or through email. I'm trying to do as many viewer request videos as possible, and if I don't do it, you need to remind me, okay? So that's not a problem. But yes, it's been just absolutely amazing. Make sure you tell your gills I speak for free. We have a Facebook group. We do Zoom sew dates, and we give out nothing but free patterns. So I hope that you have an absolutely joyful year ahead, and your sewing room, everything is going for you, and life is great. Okay, you take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye.